The wheel. Yes, that wheel. Historically, this is the most important discovery and invention of the human species. It changed our lives forever with its ability to reduce friction and required force. I believe that the missing piece to my frictionless editing workflow may lie also in a wheel. Welcome to the Speed Editor unboxing. Ladies and gentlemen, it is here. The DaVinci Resolve Speed Editor. Now, I am fully aware, acutely aware, that this product I'm about 2 years behind on. For the longest time, I was very intrigued by this product. In fact, I think I've been somewhat intrigued by it ever since it came out. So I love Blackmagic design. I think they just think of great ways in terms of hardware and software to make editing just the greatest experience. So I've always wanted to A, buy it to support them, but also B, buy it just because I'm so curious, again, when they think through a product like this. I mean, just historically speaking, they think it through and they make it really good. So I've wanted this product for a very, very long time, but you guys know me. I mean, I've just been very satisfied with Resolve as is. I have amazing keyboard shortcuts that I'm always trying to continually improve, and just really felt like this particular piece of hardware was not going to be advantageous to me. Now, I also am not a huge cut page user. Not for lack of trying, I just have found that the way that I work, the edit page, I kind of use as a cut page for one phase, and then continue to use the edit page for the refine phase. So I ran into a situation where I actually started to think that this product would really improve one specific part of my edit page workflow, and that's why I finally bought it, and that feature is the jog wheel. I may have bought this entire keyboard for just a jog wheel. Everyone raved about how good the jog wheel was when this thing first came out, in terms of just build quality, the materials, the feel, the weight of it. And I think that's definitely the first thing we're going to look at today. Again, as far as initial impressions go, that is what I'm curious about. I'm going to show you guys on the edit page how I want this to work, how I think it should work with my hotkeys, and then of course, you know, I will continue to play with the buttons and all the other features on this. I may even give the cut page another try and decide if I want to use more features of this. But anyway, let's just get down and start unboxing this thing. My knife is inside, but we're in a shed, so we've got 1,000 screwdrivers. Alrighty. I'm just a huge fan of Blackmagic design, so I'm totally behind, even if like it's just the jog wheel that I end up using. I'm not even going to be sad about it. I'm not even going to be complaining. I'm just going to be stoked to support them because I want them to keep making great shit. And so yeah, let's unbox this and see what we got. Ooh, foam. Take the foam out. There it is right there. There is the scroll wheel or jog wheel. Again, what is the technical term? I think it's a jog wheel. Oh. Oh my. Oh. It's got the little finger divot. Yep, and it's got the rubber on the outside. It's very well weighted, but it's super easy to spin. Also, this thing is tiny. I mean, but it feels, damn, it feels well built. You got the USB-C plug-in right there so that you can plug it into the computer. It does do Bluetooth, I believe, as well. I'm always a big fan of wiring up my peripherals, even if they do Bluetooth, so we're going to try that first. Got some stickers, which I don't use. Oh, and this is the best part. It came with a DaVinci Resolve 17 Studio license for Mac and Windows. For those of you who don't know, we're on version 18, so again, I am behind on this product, but very intrigued by it. So I don't even need the DaVinci Studio license because I already have one. I don't know, maybe I should give this away to someone. Maybe comment down below and I'll think about if the logistics on that would be a total nightmare, and maybe I could ship that to someone. So, and we of course need the cable. So I think, yeah, and let's see, how do the keys feel? Oh, these feel good. definitely, I think probably red switches or something very similar, not too clicky, but still have some click. Got stop, play. Yeah, you got, this is interesting too, which again, as I start to do more and more videos like this for my own channel, the multicam could be very nice, right? Switching between two cameras, that might be something that I look into for my workflow. That wouldn't be something that I'd probably use for the TMS guys, but for my, you know, personal stuff on editing, that might be something that I would use. Yeah, and you got audio only, video only. That's very interesting. In-out points. There's a place on top button and a pinned clip. These are interesting. I want to see how they interact with DaVinci. So again, we'll have to do that. But let's, again, this simple unboxing, first impressions, very solid. I would say this is just as good as I was hoping it would be, if not better. I thought that maybe it would be even a little bit stiffer. So depending on, you know, kind of the algorithm behind the thrust and how linear or non-linear this spins the actual cursor in the edit page, I think is where it's really going to get important. But let's get my other peripherals. Let's get a screen recording started and let's actually try to use this and see what we can do here. So here's my keyboard that I'm using currently. Again, I want this to be wired and I want this to be really right here, which is why I've actually switched down to a much smaller mechanical keyboard as of late. I had a big mechanical keyboard with a full numpad, but I started to think about potentially wanting this speed editor in the mix. And again, I think having a small keyboard with this right above my mouse, being able to push the mouse to the side, I think that this could be just this could be so good. If you guys aren't aware, I am working on a stupidly in-depth DaVinci Resolve course. I'm not going to include this speed editor because again, I just got it. I'm working on the course, and if you're just starting out, you don't need this. I've been editing without this thing for, you know, years. And so I will talk about kind of the way that I edit in the two phases, and maybe you'll again see when you watch that course why I'm so intrigued to see if this works the way that it works. And again, this video will come out before that, so in terms of time continuity, a little bit confusing, but the way that I edit this makes sense. But you definitely don't need it, and you know, keyboard mouse works just fine. So anyway, let's plug this baby in and let's fire up Resolve and let's get a screen recording going and let's just see. And I think we're off to the races. Okay, so let's plug this guy in with our USB-C cable. I'm curious just how plug and play this is. I would hope and imagine that it should be pretty seamless. And speed editor update available. Sure. Let's continue and let this go. Okay. Speed editor. Okay, this is a panel setup. What is it wanting me to do here? Update required. Yep, let's update it. I've never done this before. So far, experience is great. I plugged it in. It wanted to update it. Haven't had to do anything. So let's get a drink of water while we're waiting for that to update. This is amazing. I'm telling you, man, black magic. So it is ready to go. So I've opened up the project that I'm currently working on, which is my definitive DaVinci workflow. So let's, oh yeah, okay. So that feels pretty good. That's the, oops. I gotta figure this out. This has gotta be a little bit better. And I don't know if that means like mouse might have to scoot over a little bit more, but let's see. And if we zoom in, does it, yeah, okay. So it does do that. Yeah, that is pretty, man, that is good. So if I play, I love editing. Okay, if I'm playing, I can't do the jog wheel. Hello, YouTube. That doesn't surprise me. Here, let's turn the audio off. You guys are getting a preview right here. This is the course again, and I promise that this course is going to be boring, but it's going to be thorough. So that is exciting. It feels maybe a tad laggy. I'm trying to decide what that is. I don't know if it's because it's low battery. What does the scroll do? Oh, scroll goes really fast. Oh, cool. Okay, so here's what I really want to test. And again, I'm going to talk about this all in my class, but with my hotkeys, let's just move this adjustment clip out of the way for a quick second. Let's turn, that was just a color grade. I was just playing around again, testing to see how this would look. Excuse me, by the way. So, and we're gonna check audio live. It's the way I usually edit in this first phase is I hit Y, which is my hotkey for select. Is that not working? Okay, it is working now. Weird. Not sure what that was. And then my question is okay, so let's get the mouse. Like let's just pretend. Again, I don't use the mouse in this phase, so let's get the mouse off. If I'm doing this. Hello YouTube, my name is Jake. So like, let's say that this was like the cut that I wanted. Cut, scroll, play. Love editing. Cut. Oh my gosh, and then if I go here, yep, and look at that, it uses my hotkey, which is select underneath the playhead. Okay, and then say I wanted to cut this little end section off here with D, which is true. Okay. Now, man, I kind of like that mouse being gone. I like that my mouse. That is so. Party started. Damn, that is so nice. The only thing. Here's what I'll say. Again, I'm giving you guys a little bit of a tease here. Typically in this phase, and this is where I wanted this thing, the jog wheel, the jog wheel, where I wanted the jog wheel. Typically, I'm editing two-handed on the keyboard, no mouse, and the way that I have my hotkeys set up, I can play fast forward and toggle through frames with the two arrow keys down here below, and I never have to leave the keyboard. That's how I edit in this phase, but I really liked the idea of this jog wheel if it worked and felt as good as it does, which it does. It's feeling very nice. Looks very good. And again, I don't know if there's maybe like a tiny bit of lag because we're screen recording. I'll have to play around with that after this video, but man, this is so nice just to be able to like cut that, you know, like look at this. I can just cut that down. Okay. Again, this is just early impressions. I want to dive into this deeply, and I want to really compare this workflow to my two-handed workflow. Again, if you guys want to learn all about this, I do have I'm calling it a class. This video will be coming out on YouTube. I won't be holding anything behind a paywall, nothing. It's going to be a ridiculously long, I don't know, hour, 2 hour, 3 hour long video where I go deep dive into my workflow on DaVinci Resolve, and I will be covering the old way that I used to edit, which was with, you know, just the keyboard in phase 1, I call the trimming the fat phase, and then phase 2, we bring the mouse back into the picture and edit one left hand on the keyboard, one hand on the mouse to do kind of what I call the polishing round per se. But early impressions of the speed editor and the jog wheel is absolutely stellar. It really might be something that I consider using versus, again, this. Now, I still won't be using the mouse, don't get me wrong, but essentially the jog wheel would replace all of the hotkeys that I had set up on my right hand. So really, really fantastic. So I'm very, very excited on this. This is everything I hoped it would be, and I can't wait to dive in more. So guys, make sure to stay tuned for more editing content. I love editing in DaVinci Resolve. I love editing in Final Cut. At the end of the day, I just love editing, and that's what this channel is all about. So if you want to learn more about editing and kind of the reasoning behind the way that I do my editing, make sure to subscribe, make sure to leave a like, and comment down below what you'd love to learn and see from this channel in the future. And with that, I'll catch you guys in the next video. God, this is so... I cannot believe how good this is. This is so good.